Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. How are you all doing? Sunday. So Sunday calls for a special video sometimes, and this video has been requested by quite a few. Recently, there's this lady called Carolina. She mentioned in the comment section of one of my videos that if I could do a unisex fragrance list. And one good thing I've realized is, more and more women are watching my content. Last year, this time, roughly about this time, I had about 1% female viewership. At the moment, currently as it stands, it's about 4.5%. So that's quite a growth. So it's nice to see ladies watching my content. My content primarily is catered towards men's fragrances because frankly, I have very little experience with women's fragrances. But I do own a sizable chunk of fragrances that are marketed towards women. And this video is all about that. My perception on what I think can be worn by either sexes. Not necessarily going by the marketing, but my own perception. And to be honest with you, fragrance gender is a marketing thing. A lot of people get hung up on that. It's the scent. If it agrees with you, if it resonates with you, if it really speaks to you, that fragrance is for you, irrespective of whether you're a woman or a man. This is just my opinion, just to help you with fragrances that can be worn by either sexes. And to be honest with you, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I've gone with various combinations. So you will see that this list has got designers, budget fragrances, niche, both marketed towards men and women. So it's a good list. So hopefully it'll start off well. Now, I want to start with a fragrance type, which is fruity. You see, fruity fragrances can be easily worn by a man and a woman. And the first one is a beautiful, creamy, fruity fragrance. It's by the house of Mancera, and this one is called Wild Fruits. It's a joy to wear this fragrance, guys. I've reviewed this. You can check out the full review. It's a beautiful fragrance, absolutely beautiful. It starts off smelling like Creed's Silver Mountain Water, but it has oodles of creaminess. It's very, very creamy, very fruity, it's alluring, it's beautiful, it's jovial. It's a very joyful fragrance. Summer, spring, in fact, even in winter, when you're facing the winter blues, you can bring this out. It's a fruity sense too that it really lifts you up. It's a beautiful fragrance, guys and ladies. So try and sample this if you haven't already. I think it's a beautiful, all occasion, all weather scent, ideal for both men and women. Very modern as well, so you don't have to really worry about whether it's dated or not. Some fragrances could in this list could make you think that way, but this one is pretty modern, pretty beautiful. So next on the list is a fragrance which I believe is Dior's best creation. I recently picked it up because I did a video around one fragrance for each house, and this is Dior's Ambre Nuit. Again, this is marketed towards women, but I think it's pretty easily worn by men and women. Most of the Dior Privé line is like that, It can be worn by a man or a woman. And boy, is this beautiful. It's absolutely well crafted, stunning fragrance, impression maker. It's a fragrance that you basically are going to turn heads when you wear this. Stunning, actually. Centered around ambergris. And ambergris is a note which I've recently started to explore deeper. I recently got pure ambergris as an extract, and I put it on my skin and it stunned me. The range of ambergris is phenomenal. It's otherworldly in terms of scent, complexity, development. It's a very fulfilling experience. And this one centers around ambergris and rose. There are other notes as well. I have to do a full review, but it's basically a very magnetic fragrance. But professional without being sleazy. It pulls people towards itself. It's really a fragrance that you can wear in any occasion, and I think, in my opinion, almost in any weather. I haven't tried this wearing in summer, but this is ideal for in-between weather, spring and autumn. Absolutely fabulous, very professional, extremely well made. Ambre Nuit, the second list. The third one is a budget fragrance, but it's basically in quality, it's like a niche fragrance. It's a fragrance by Bulgari. It's a very well-known fragrance, and it's called Bulgari Black. This thing is so beautifully made. And I think it's one of the celebrities' favorite fragrances. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Catherine Zeta-Jones, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think it used to be one of her favorite fragrances. Bulgari Black. Outstanding creation. So there's this typical Bulgari tea note here, but it smells of burnt rubber. Somehow it smells like rubber. Not burnt rubber, but rubber. And then it has this beautiful development where it brings in a little hint of vanilla, very satiating vanilla. It's a very sexy fragrance, yeah. So I would wear this evening time, slightly dressed up, yeah, and cozy. It doesn't project a lot. It's very cozy, warm, welcoming, and very sexy, yeah. Really, really elegant and sexy. That kind of sexy, not sleazy sexy, but elegant sexy. Extremely well made. And so affordable. Slightly powdery. If you don't like powdery fragrances, stay away from this one. It's slightly powdery. But I tell you what a beautiful fragrance. There's also a lovely note of suede. You know, soft, skin-like, soft suede. Beautiful. I have to do a full review. I haven't reviewed this one yet. But it's a very, very nice choice for in-between weather, evening time, cozy environment, hugging, you know, sort of date night. Beautiful. Equally glamorous on a man or a woman, I tell you. Next one on my list is a very creative fragrance. It's again based on the note of tea, but this time this is more suited to daytime wear. Beautiful, beautiful creation. It's Tea for Two by Artisan Parfumeur. Tea for Two is a gorgeous tea fragrance, you know. And when I use the word gorgeous, I really mean it's gorgeous. It's just exemplary in its delivery. You know, the way it's been created, it's very expensive smelling. It's very artistic, not cheap. I think it's discontinued or very hard to get hold of. Either of them is true. Bulgari Black is also discontinued, but it's very easily available. This one is the same. It's basically an esoteric concept around the warmth of Oolong Cha or Oolong Tea, I believe. And is it Oolong Tea or actually it's Lapsang Sauchang Tea. And that's one of my favorite teas. I'm a massive tea drinker. And I've got a huge collection of teas, especially the Chinese ones, you know. Osmanthus tea is my favorite. But this one, I think, is around Lapsang Sauchang tea, which is very, very different in taste. Love it, but only sometimes. So this is around Lapsang Sauchang tea with tobacco, vanilla-like smell. I can't remember the whole note breakdown, but I tell you, it's a beautiful, gorgeous daytime date fragrance. If you're looking for a daytime date during spring and summer, just put this on your shirt, lady or man. I'll tell you, this is so elegant, gorgeous, beautifully made. You know, tea is so relaxing, and that's the quality. This note of tobacco as well that can basically put some women off, especially if you're of the younger type, delicate type. If you're a strong woman, career woman, try this. Tea for Two is dazzling. Yeah, I know there's a lot of women fan following for this fragrance. So Tea for Two is a gorgeous, gorgeous option. Next on my list is again a fragrance marketed towards men and features notes like vetiver. Vetiver is more and more being used in women's fragrances because it's got that sprightly green grassy smell which goes beautifully with fruity notes. This one has both fruity notes and grassy notes. Ideal for warm weather. It is Bal D Afrique. This is easily wearable by ladies and gentlemen to daytime occasions, professional occasions. It's so beautifully made. It's got notes like orange, very real orange, if you like. It's got a beautiful note of blackcurrant along with teget, you know, of all things, marigold, and then vetiver. It's basically a fusion of African culture and French culture in the Baroque period, I suppose. That's the concept behind the scent. I've done a full review. Bal D Afrique is unbeatable. This is one of my pick-me-up scents, you know, when I really want to feel great. I bring this out in winter as well, professional settings. And I really want to feel amazing. That's when I spray this. You put it on your shirt, it'll last you all day. It's so elegant. When people smell this on you, they automatically give you that look of, you know, wow, you smell amazing. You've got real sense of style. Bal D Afrique is beautiful fragrance, guys. Any weather, excuse me, but more suited to in-between weather, I would say, spring and autumn. Although I wear it in any season because I just love it. It just picks me up. Okay, next on my list is a fragrance which I have reviewed recently. It's a fragrance by a house that I respect a lot. It's a budget fragrance. They come up with amazing creations. This fragrance is by Rasasi, and this one is called Qasamat Morhaf. Now, Qasamat Morhaf is basically a fragrance that stands midway between Armani's Privé's Rose d'Arabie and Zerjoff More Than Words. It's somewhere in the middle. Both are based around, all three are based around rose, and a very vibrant, radiant, sort of balsamic rose. Yeah, beautiful. I've done a full review. It's a comparison video with Zerjoff More Than Words, and I've also reviewed Rose d'Arabie, so you can get an idea what this smells like. It's very harsh when it starts off, so you might get stumped a bit, but after one or two wears, you'll get the idea. It's very elegant, very, very attractive, extremely sensuous. You can wear this to evening time, date, or, excuse me, close encounter situations. It's very strong, so you got to watch the sprays if you're going to end up in a, that sort of situation, and you don't want to suffocate your partner, basically. So a couple of sprays will do it. Very beautiful, extremely elegant, very, very romantic. Rose is romantic, right? It's very romantic, pulls people towards you, beautifully well made, not very expensive. That's the most important thing. Beautifully well made and not very expensive. And that's the key selling thing about Rasasi fragrances, in my view. So 8 done. Is it? No, 6 done. 4 to come. 8 done. Okay, next on my list is another beautiful fragrance. Absolutely well made, fresh, soapy, bright, vibrant fragrance. I've done a full review of this fragrance. I think it's a masterpiece. It's Prada L Homme L. Now, I know that Prada, whenever they release a fragrance, they actually have a counterpart in the women's side of things. But ladies, try this. This, if you're a professional in a white-collar job, professional, where you meet a lot of people, try this. Go easy on the sprayer. I know that some women, or most women, like to overspray. I've seen women just go completely bathe in their fragrances. Don't do that with this fragrance, because this is so strong. You'll really beat the purpose of wearing a very elegant and very classy fragrance. Watch the sprays with this one. L Homme L. What a stunner this is, guys and ladies. This is one of those fragrances that you want to wear when you want to make a real strong impression. Imagine yourself going for an interview, right? And you live in a hot country this time of the year, and you're just wearing a nice, business suit with a light colored shirt, and you just put 2 on the collar of the shirt. See the impression it makes. It's just dazzling, absolutely dazzling. Done a full review, you can check it out. It's a soapy, elegant, radiant, vibrant sort of fragrance. Extremely well made. Pradas are just amazing. So, 3 left. Next on my list is a fragrance that is typically marketed for women, yeah? And I have been beating about this fragrance. I want people to experience, men to experience this fragrance. I've done multiple videos where I featured this. I think it's the most amazing vanilla fragrance ever created. Some of you might have guessed it. It's a Guerlain, and it's Shalimar, yeah? The first Oriental ever made, and this is typically a woman's fragrance, but I have recommended it to men. I love it. And when those gentlemen went and tried it, they came back and said they're completely bowled over. They would have never tried it had I not mentioned. And they're completely sold on the idea. This is one of the most beautiful, erotic vanilla fragrances ever created, And I say the word erotic with a capital E. You put this on, you are in pull mode. So be careful where you wear this. So if you're going for a date, not the first date, but, later ones, or you're going to end up in a situation, close encounter type situation, try this. You'll not only surprise her, you'll bowl her over. And ladies, if you wear Shalimar, you've got tremendous class. One of the most amazing fragrances. Every time I smell this, I absolutely love it. I want to wear it now. Just amazing. Shalimar, I've done a full review. You can check it out. I've done many videos where Shalimar has been featured now. I'm in love with Shalimar. Love it. Next on my list is another Guerlain. Yeah? And it's been created to perfection. It's been created around the central note of sandalwood. It is Samsara. I'm still to review this. Samsara is one of a kind sandalwood fragrance. This is just when you want to really charm your way into the heart of a lady. And if you're a lady, vice versa. My God, this is basically taking sandalwood to a different level, you know. Jasmine being another note, Lang Lang I believe is another note. So it's taking sandalwood to a completely different level, you know. And when you wear this, you feel amazing, otherworldly, elegant, just a person with very high taste. That's how I'd summarize. Try this. You can wear this to work, not a problem. This is very strong. Excuse me. So you have to watch your sprays. This is also one of those fragrances that you want to suit to the mood. It's so vibrant, it's so beautifully made, so delicate yet strong. So you have to be in that kind of a mood. If you're in a bossy sort of a mood, don't wear this, because this doesn't gel with that sort of a temperament, if you like. And ladies, I don't have to tell you anything about this one. There's not a woman on this planet who doesn't talk highly of Samsara. Amazing. EDT is my favorite. So you can try EDT or EDP. So 9 done, last one. Save the best for the last. This is one of those fragrances that will knock you for a 6. It's so beautifully made. Whoever wears this is going to be elevated to a different level, you know. People would want to talk to you because you smell amazing, classy, sophisticated, clean, you know. Just gorgeous, plain gorgeous. This fragrance is Fleur de Mal. Now, Fleur de Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier is a discontinued fragrance, so very, very hard to get hold of, and it's probably selling at about, this is a 100 ml bottle, I believe. I got it for 45, you know, and now it's selling for about 180 on eBay. And I do not understand one thing. Why do these organizations, you know, these companies, take their masterpieces and discontinue it? I really can't understand. This is one of those fragrances, this is so rare, these sort of fragrances, so rare, that when you come across them, you say, wow, you know, why didn't I try it before? So I'll do a full review very soon, but this is around a creamy vanilla lavender combination. Vanilla and lavender go so beautiful because lavender has this therapeutic healing smell. Vanilla has this warm, cozy, comfortable smell. You know, therapeutic healing smell with the warm smell combined together creates a magical composition. This has also got this calming note of chamomile. It's just amazing, guys. This fragrance is so good, and it's beast mode. And you know, ladies, if you haven't tried this, try this. It's so beautiful and gorgeous and so professional that, you know, you pick an occasion this will suit. Amazing. So 10 done. I hope you like the review, and do give it a thumbs up if you do like it. Take care. Bye-bye.